There is no question that we have made many important strides in securing our country from terrorism since 9/11. But the threat continues to evolve. And in some ways, the threat today may be at its most heightened state since the attacks nearly 10 years ago.
But I think if you just take those three pieces of evidence right there and add 2 + 2 + 2, you have the U.S. government letting Mutsalab on the plane with an intentionally defective bomb. The war on terror is a fraud, and it's being used in a manner to take away your rights for whatever reason.
In addition to the core al-Qaeda group, which still represents a threat to the United States despite its diminished capabilities, we now face threats from a number of al-Qaeda associates that share its violent extremist ideology. Among these groups, we are also seeing an increased emphasis on recruiting Americans and Westerners to carry out attacks. They are also encouraging individuals in the West to carry out their own small-scale attacks, which require less of the coordination and planning that could raise red flags and lead to an attack's disruption.
In my 16 years of deep research, it has become clear the number one threat to any sovereign free nation is its military. Look at Nazi Germany. Look at Latin America. Look at Asia. Look at Africa. Look at Eastern Europe. When you build up a giant paramilitary police force, it almost always tries to take over the society. In the last 12 years, we've watched an acceleration of militarization of police. We've watched threat fusion centers, the 10 FEMA regions expand, the Governor's Council. I've been to urban warfare drills where our own military is training to lock down and barricade and blockade U.S. cities and confiscate our firearms. This whole program accelerated after 1999 when Congress got rid of the Glass-Steagall Act. It allowed private central banks to issue unlimited counterfeit financial instruments known as derivatives. And we've heard that, the military and the police state, the TSA, it's for al-Qaeda. But now we see checkpoints in Tennessee run by the Army, shutting down highways, searching citizens. We see them in New York State with X-ray machines. We see it all over the nation. We see Marines running illegal checkpoints for DUI in California. And when the governors and others complain, they're told, sit down and shut up. It's under Homeland Security. It's under continuity of government. And now, as the world implodes, as the derivatives dollar devaluation crisis expands, we're seeing the police and military being called out against the general population all over the world as people go under austerity, as their pension funds are cut, as their benefits are cut, but their taxes go up. And here domestically in the U.S., this huge apparatus of oppression is openly being set up and deployed against the people. And I saw an amazing blurb from Business Insider that linked to an article and the audio of the governor of Wisconsin on NPR saying, hey, we're cutting all these state employees, and we're going to make you pay more of your paycheck into a pension fund, which they loot out the back door. And if you don't like it, we're going to use the National Guard on you.
And on the heels of the governor's speech, and just in case there are problems, the governor went on to say that he has called the Wisconsin National Guard and other agencies to make sure they would be ready, just in case.
That's what this whole Homeland Security system's for. You know, they distract you over here with men living in caves in Central Asia. You think you're giving your rights up to protect you from the dangerous ankle-biting al-Qaeda. But then meanwhile, the whole system is rolled out against the American people. And this is just another signpost on the road to tyranny, on the road to serfdom, illustrating how the paramilitary control grid has been set up and deployed against the American people. Bottom line, al-Qaeda is a cover story. We've given you the MIAC report and all the other internal documents that prove this apparatus is designed for the American people. And it's being rolled out nationwide with the TSA on the streets of America. It's being rolled out with governors shooting their mouths off saying, you got a problem with me? Armed force is standing by. The globalists know the American people are awakening. They know people are becoming aware of what's happening. And if they can sell the military and police on going along with this brazen attack on our liberty and to be this homeland brigade to suppress us here at home, they're going to get away with it. It's only going to get worse from here on out unless we get the word out and take our states back legally and lawfully through the 10th Amendment. You have been warned. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the sites, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.